Open a browser right now, type 3 words into the address bar, sign in with an account you probably already have, and you're talking to the same AI model people pay $20 a month for. No trial countdown, no credit card, no expiration date on this part. That's not a loophole, that's the actual free product, and most people never realize how much of it is sitting there untouched. Here's why this exists at all, because it's not generosity, it's strategy. Microsoft wants this AI woven into everything you already do, your browser, your operating system, your work account. So a stripped-down demo wouldn't accomplish that. The free tier has to be genuinely useful, or nobody would build the habit of reaching for it, which is exactly why it runs on current models instead of an outdated one nobody wants to use. Understanding that logic is what lets you find every legitimate free entry point instead of guessing. Before we go further, if free access to a real AI model without a subscription is useful to you, hit like and drop a comment with which task you'd actually use this for. That tells me exactly which workflow to test next. Let's map out where this free tier actually lives, because it's not one single app, it's spread across 4 places, and most people only know about one of them. The most direct entry point is the web app itself. Go there, sign in with a personal Microsoft account, and you're in a full chat interface. Some basic functions even work without signing in at all, though signing in unlocks conversation history and higher usage limits. The second place is built directly into Windows, accessible from the taskbar for quick tasks without opening a browser at all. The third is inside Microsoft Edge as a sidebar that follows you while you browse, summarize an article, rewrite a paragraph, or research something without leaving the page you're on. And the fourth is the mobile app on both iOS and Android, which mirrors the same account and chat history as the web version. Now, what actually works inside that free tier? Because this is the part people underestimate. You get real conversational chat on current models, web-grounded search that pulls live information rather than working purely from training data, writing and brainstorming help, document and website summarization, voice input, and saved chat history tied to your account. Image generation is included too, with a daily allowance of priority generations. Microsoft documents this as 15 per day. Once you use those up, you're not locked out entirely. Your requests just get pushed into a slow queue, so image generation can still happen, it just takes longer once you've spent your daily allowance. Here's the limitation that actually matters, and it's the one thing people get wrong constantly. This free access is what's called web-grounded. It can search the public internet, but it cannot see your local files, your email inbox, or your cloud storage. And critically, it does not work inside the actual Office desktop applications. If you're picturing this AI writing directly inside Word or building formulas inside Excel for free, that specific integration sits behind a separate paid tier layered on top of the free chat experience, not included in it. This is exactly where the common mistake happens, so listen carefully here because this trips up more people searching for free access than anything else. A lot of tutorials out there are built around a product called Copilot Pro, promising you a trick to unlock it for free forever. Here's the problem. Copilot Pro as a standalone product was retired. It doesn't exist anymore as something to unlock. What replaced it for individual users are Copilot features bundled inside the newer Microsoft 365 Personal, Family, and Premium subscription tiers. If you spend 20 minutes following a guide built around unlocking a product that's already been discontinued, you're chasing something that isn't there to find, and you'll walk away frustrated thinking free access doesn't exist at all, when the actual current path just has a different name now.
Here's a path that genuinely surprises people because it doesn't require signing up for anything new. It might already be sitting in an account you use every day. If you have access to a Microsoft 365 account through your workplace or your school, there's a real chance your organization already has Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat switched on, included at no extra cost as part of an eligible business subscription. This isn't the full deep integration version that edits your documents directly, but it is genuine chat access on current models with enterprise-grade data handling, file upload, and image generation sitting inside an account you're probably already logged into for email or shared documents. Most people never check because they assume anything called Copilot automatically costs extra. Let me walk you through a real example of exactly how that plays out. Picture a graduate student doing research for a thesis, already using a university-issued Microsoft 365 account for email and shared documents, assuming any AI assistant would mean paying out of pocket for a personal subscription. They open their account settings, out of curiosity more than expectation, and find Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat already active on the university's plan. No extra sign-up, no separate payment, just a feature the school had already switched on that nobody mentioned. From that point forward, every research summary, every outline, every draft revision runs through an account that was already being paid for by someone else at zero additional cost to the student. If you're a student or educator specifically, there's a separate related product worth knowing about because search results for free Copilot often blur it together with everything else. GitHub Copilot, the coding assistant, offers genuinely free student tier access once you verify your enrollment. You sign in with a personal account, apply through the education program, and verify with a student ID, an enrollment letter, or a current transcript. Teachers get the same access through employment verification, a faculty ID, an employment letter, or a recent payslip. That verification step can take a few days to process, so if you're planning around a deadline, start it early rather than assuming it activates instantly. For anyone who wants to go a step further and actually build something rather than just chat, there's a genuinely free trial worth knowing about on the development side. Copilot Studio, the tool for building and publishing custom AI agents, offers a 60-day free trial. You need a work or school email tied to a Microsoft 365 organization to access it. A personal email generally won't qualify for this one. During those 60 days, you get the full feature set: workflow automation, agent deployment, data integration. If 60 days isn't enough, you can extend it by another 30. And here's a detail worth remembering. Even after the trial period ends, any agent you already published keeps working for up to 90 more days before it actually stops functioning, which gives you a real runway to finish testing before deciding whether it's worth paying for. Here's the golden nugget, and this is the one habit that will save you from paying for something you might already have. Before you sign up for anything or hand over a credit card, go into the account settings tied to whatever Microsoft 365 subscription you already use, whether that's through work, school, or even a family plan someone else in your household manages, and specifically look for whether Copilot Chat has been enabled by the organization or plan administrator. Most people never check this single setting, assume they need to buy something new, and end up paying for access that may have already been sitting unused inside an account they log into every single day. I test new AI deals every week. If a new free method comes out, you'll see it here first. Let's talk about how to actually use the free web-grounded version well, since knowing it exists is only half the picture. Because it can't see your local files or your inbox, the best use of the free tier is anything that lives in the open, research that pulls from current public information, first drafts of writing you'll personally revise, brainstorming sessions where you want a second perspective, or summarizing an article or web page you're actively reading in the Edge sidebar. Where it genuinely falls short is anything that needs deep context about your own private data, summarizing your own inbox, pulling numbers from your own spreadsheet, or referencing a document sitting in your personal cloud storage. Knowing that boundary ahead of time saves you from expecting the free tier to do something it was never built to do, and from concluding it's not useful just because one specific task didn't work. To bring this together into an actual plan, start at the web app or the Edge sidebar with just a Microsoft account and get comfortable with what current model chat, web search, and image generation with the daily boost allowance can actually do. Before paying for anything, check whether a Microsoft 365 account you already have through work, school, or family already includes Copilot Chat switched on. That single check has saved plenty of people an unnecessary subscription. If you're a student or educator specifically, there's a separate related product worth knowing about, because search results for free Copilot often blur it together with everything else. GitHub Copilot, the coding assistant, offers genuinely free student tier access once you verify your enrollment. You sign in with a personal account, apply through the education program, and verify with a student ID, an enrollment letter, or a current transcript. Teachers get the same access through employment verification, a faculty ID, an employment letter, or a recent payslip. That verification step can take a few days to process, so if you're planning around a deadline, start it early rather than assuming it activates instantly. For anyone who wants to go a step further and actually build something rather than just chat, there's a genuinely free trial worth knowing about on the development side. Copilot Studio, the tool for building and publishing custom AI agents, offers a 60-day free trial. You need a work or school email tied to a Microsoft 365 organization to access it. A personal email generally won't qualify for this one. During those 60 days, you get the full feature set: workflow automation, agent deployment, data integration. If 60 days isn't enough, you can extend it by another 30. And here's a detail worth remembering. Even after the trial period ends, any agent you already published keeps working for up to 90 more days before it actually stops functioning, which gives you a real runway to finish testing before deciding whether it's worth paying for. If you check your own account today and find Copilot already switched on somewhere you didn't expect, tell me in the comments. I want to know how many people are sitting on access they never knew they had. And subscribe if you want to see what's next, because next week I'm actually running the free tier down to 0 on purpose, tracking in real time exactly what happens once those daily image boosts run out, so you can see whether it truly slows down or quietly stops working the way people assume.